Hi guys, welcome back to another UFC 5 online ranked gameplay video. We're going to be in the Bantamweight division, as you can see, on a bit of a win streak here, and we're going to be using the worst character model, I believe, in the game, and the former Bantamweight champion, one of the most disrespected champions of all time, I believe. Him and Woodley are the two that I'd put up there. And it is none other than Aljamain Sterling, the human backpack himself, emulates sort of Damien Maia's backpacking ability. I'd like to say, I don't know if anyone remembers when Woodley was training for Maia, he put out that troll video of him wearing a backpack on, with weights on, because that's what Maia was known for. Similarly, that's exactly what Sterling's become known for. And one thing Sterling doesn't get a lot of credit for was how active he was fighting through injuries. The Yan thing really did lower his stock, with all that going on, pictures coming out of his belt and stuff, but he really did solidify himself as one of the greatest ever, or if not the greatest ever bantamweight to do it, and I believe the man deserves a lot of respect, and definitely, at the bare minimum, an updated character model from EA. But nonetheless, we're coming up against the ever dangerous Corey Sandhagen, who's got phenomenal jiu-jitsu. You can see him wrestling as of late has improved as well, and I believe is a nightmare matchup for the vast majority of the division, to be honest with you. And it'll be very interesting to see if him and O'Malley, how they match up in the future, because like I say, Sandhagen is very, very, very good. I don't think there's any doubts about that. Anyone that knows fighting knows how good he is. But we saw what Aljamain Sterling did to him. I mean, he finished him and got him out of there quick, and he was dangerous then. He's improved now, but nonetheless, it was still extremely impressive from Aljo. And you can see here that what Corey did well was didn't allow me to get to the back. And I feel like the denial windows are a bit off. This was pre-patch, which is something that I do want to note, so the stamina may be different. And since pre-patch, I haven't felt too much of a difference, to be honest with you. However, at least they released the patch notes after a little while, which, it took their time, but nevertheless they released them, and there has been a patch, and there's a lot of work to be done, but we're just going to have to stick through it and find all these little things that need to be improved, report back to the content creators and whatnot, who have an ability to do something. People like Marshall and Romero, game changers, Zayef, sorry, that's what they're called. And yeah, you can see here my game plan of Valjo is going to be pretty much to get this fight onto the ground, but he does have a good arsenal on the feet. He's got a good kicking arsenal, got a good push kick. I like to use the teeps with Valjo. It's something that I really like overall as of this year, is the animation for them. But when the fight gets to the ground, I'm going to hold side control, look to basically destroy his face with my elbow, zap away that stamina, but also, most importantly, with Aljamain Sterling, you have the ability to finish the fight wherever it goes. But on the ground, looking to prioritise these submissions now. Ground and pound is something that I started utilising more on the back end of UFC 4, and it's very, very vicious on UFC 5, and you can do a lot of damage. As you can see, they're sneaking in that elbow, and you can see the stun really coming off. But doing a phenomenal job here in regards to keeping Corey flat on his back, not letting him frame, and looking to get away from the position. And the work with these elbows is nothing short of fantastic, and you're going to find that this is obviously going to be one of those factors that once we go onto the feet is going to be deterring Corey from pushing forwards. It's going to cause the doctor to maybe, and the ringside physician, start looking in to see if they need to stop the fight. And overall, very good round one. That's exactly how you want to end the round. You can see up by pretty much everything on the stats, and Corey is bathing in his own blood. But Aljamain is one of my favourite fighters on the game. I think he's very, very versatile. You can use him in a lot of different ways. You see, get the stun early there, and that's for all the head damage coming from the elbows from side control. Still got to be careful, especially with those flying knees. I mean, Sandhagen sneaks them in very, very well, and most importantly, it's a 5-round fight, so the first round is normally the round I take off to figure out my opponent's habits and pick up on adjustments. Obviously had a very dominant back end of the first round and definitely won the round, so based on that, moving forwards, I should only really improve. 5-round fights are more to my speed than 3, so I do enjoy partaking in those more, and it just allows me to game plan a little bit better, and really work the body, work the legs, and working the rest. You can see here I'm outside fighting because every time I'm getting on the inside, I'm getting caught with something, but I have a distinct advantage when it comes to head health. So although he's pressuring here, look, he's really looking to break the block. You see, move away from the cage there, and he ultimately made the mistake of not controlling the center of the octagon, because he's going to be a lot harder to take down when he is in the center. He's got much bigger of a denial period, I'd say, when shooting for singles or doubles. And the comparison I'd like to make is, if you're the fighter that's trying to fight on the outside range, I'd always control the centre of the octagon, so you're not at that threat of getting dragged against the cage and then brought down, because there's so many avenues that you can explore when putting someone against the cage that could really cause you a lot of issues. You can go straight for the guillotine, you can get the back and get the guillotine from the back. You've got 3 avenues of taking the fight to the ground. You can also walk forward and take the fight to the ground. So there's a lot of ways to get the fight onto the ground from the cage. So if you're looking to stay on your feet, I would really avoid that. To counteract that, if you're the guy that is looking to take the fight to the ground like myself, encourage them to get forwards, encourage them to close the distance, utilize the clinch and turn them into the cage. Do whatever you can, even if you take down Bale and then drive them to the fence, if that's what you need to do to get the takedown, as long as you're not spamming it over and over and having it incredibly unrealistic, I don't think there's an issue with it. And you can see that obviously right now Corey is not in the best position. Started off the round quite strong, then got taken down and done well to, you know, just minimise the damage and let the ref bring the fight back to the feet. But you can see here pushing for the finish right now, looking to break that block and whittle it away and hoping to get a finish. Good takedown deny, which again is exactly what I was saying. It's harder to get a takedown in the centre of the octagon when someone's denying and knows what they're doing. Get the stun down, putting on the pressure, he sways and gets clipped with a beautiful right hook, and that is how the fight finished. So Aljo is one of my favourite fighters to use at Bantamweight, and really enjoying utilising him at the moment. So hope you guys have enjoyed this little, I wouldn't even call this a showcase, just a higher level fight, I'd say. I think we was both in the higher divisions, and a beautiful little finish there. And the animations is one thing on the game that I think is quite cool, apart from, you know, the bugs from the camera angles, but looking into the octagon and just seeing everything is nice to see. Hopefully Aljo does get a new model, that would be ideal. But if you guys did enjoy the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more UFC 5 content. I make content weekly, and I should be streaming now every Saturday or Friday. So like the video, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.